Hi guys, I'm here again to show you how we're going to paint the color wheel colors on our eyeball sculpture. So here is a color wheel with all 12 true colors. We're going to be mixing and painting the colors in the color wheel order. We just need to use the 3 primary colors that we can't make, and we can make all of the other colors. So we're going to be mixing 9 of the 12 true colors ourselves. So we just need to have yellow, red, and blue. And I'm over there right now putting these 3 colors on your plate for you so you'll be able to paint your own color wheel on your eyeball sculpture. So it's not a sculpture yet, it's a painting, a drawing, and then we're going to paint it, and then we're going to turn those paintings into the sculpture, which will be a third part of this project. So today we're doing the second part, which is painting the eyeball with all 12 of the true colors. So when you get your paper back with your eyeball that you drew, which I'm going to pass back to you, then you're going to paint your eyeball with the 12 true colors. We'll start with one of the primary colors. In fact, we'll put all 3 of our primary colors on first. The lightest one is a good one to start with because you don't want to use dirty water. Once you start cleaning your brush and use dirty water, it will make the yellow turn to a different color. So you might want to start with yellow. So I'm going to start with my yellow and choose a section on my drawing, doesn't matter which one of the sections, and paint a yellow area for the eyeball. It's okay if you come outside of the eyeball shape because we are going to cut these out to turn it into the sculpture, but try to stay in the shape the best you can. I'm using kind of a thick, wide brush. You might want to use a little bit skinnier brush. I'll give you some different sizes of brushes to choose from. So we're going to paint the 3 primary colors first. I'm going to clean my brush and dry it off since we're not adding water to the paint. It already has enough water in it. We don't want to make it too runny or it'll slide all over our paper. So now I'm going to choose another primary color. That primary color is not going to go next to the one I already painted because the primary colors are not next to each other on a color wheel or in light or in a rainbow, which is how colors mix together in light after it rains. So the red is far away from the yellow. There's red. There's yellow, and all of the different oranges that we're going to make are going to be between them. There's going to be 3 oranges. There'll be a regular orange, and then between yellow and orange, there'll be yellow orange, and between red and orange, there'll be red orange. So we need 3 sections, 3 spaces to leave for our orange before we get those in there. So we're not going to put red in any of those spaces. We need 3 empty spaces, 1, 2, 3, and then the next one we will paint red. You could paint the sections going into the pupil if you want to, but it's going to get painted over with black, which will cover up all the colors, but it's kind of a waste of paint if you paint it, since it's going to get covered up anyway. Okay, so we're going to spread the yellow, the red, and the blue out with 3 spaces, 3 empty spaces between them on the color wheel. So after you clean off the red, then you'll put the blue on. I need 3 spaces, 1, 2, and 3, and then the blue. And there should be 3 left before I get to yellow. 1, 2, 3. Yep, there's 3 more. Try to stay inside the shape, especially on the outside edge of the eyeball, because that is part of the sculpture. It's not going to get cut off. It's not going to get covered up by black, although we will paint it white over here. You can see through the white a little bit, especially blue, since it's a darker color. So red, yellow, and blue will be spread out like a fan. And then the colors between them are the ones we're going to make by mixing the 2 on the outside together, like between red and blue. We'll make all the violets. Between blue and yellow, we'll make all the greens. And between yellow and red, we'll make all the oranges. So let's get started on that. The first colors that I'd like you to mix are secondary colors. So let's mix between yellow and red. Pull some yellow over and some red over, and we'll mix them together in the middle, and we'll get our secondary color, orange. Try to mix it until it looks completely orange and you don't see any red or yellow in it, and that will go right between red and yellow. Because I used red and yellow to make it, that's where it goes. If it was mixing together in the light, it would be between those 2 colors of light. Okay, and then you're going to clean your brush and dry it. Alright, the next one's going around the eyeball circle color wheel would be red and blue making violet. So I'm going to pull some red over here and mix red and blue together. Mix some between them so you still have red, you still have blue, you still have yellow. That way, when you need more of those colors, you will still have it. Violet is like grape jelly or grapes, purple grapes, grape juice. It's very grapey. It's a grape color. So there is my violet. I did go outside of the outline, and I can paint over that with white. Hopefully it won't show through. So try to be careful when you paint your shapes in. I wasn't so careful. I'm using a brush that's very big so I can do it faster. If you use a smaller brush, you'll probably be able to do it a little bit neater. Alright, now I need to mix the other two primary colors to make the last secondary color. We'll pull a bunch of yellow closer to the blue, a little blue closer to the yellow. It's going to take a little bit more yellow to make this secondary color because yellow is lighter than blue. Make a nice secondary green. And then paint that between the two colors that you just used to make it. So if you just pull the colors closer to each other on the plate and mix them together in the middle, it'll be just like a color wheel. So we're painting the colors in the color wheel order, and we're mixing them in the color wheel order. So they're in the same order on my plate: yellow, orange, red, violet, blue, green, as they are on the color wheel: yellow, orange, red, violet, blue, green. But now we're going to make the colors that are a little trickier, a little harder to make. Those are the third type of colors, called tertiary, which means third. The third kind of color is a mixture of a primary color, so it's mixing red, yellow, and blue, with a secondary color. So red, yellow, or blue mixed with orange, green, or violet, like red, violet. That's a tertiary color that we're going to make. We're going to start between yellow and orange because it's the lightest tertiary color. So you're going to take some of your yellow and some of your orange and mix them together. Just pull some of the yellow into the orange and mix it together. You don't want to use all of your orange because we're still going to need to mix some red with it too to make red orange. So you're going to mix yellow and orange between yellow and orange. Yellow and orange make kind of a mustard color, like a honey mustard. And we're going to put that on the color wheel between yellow and orange. I need a little more orange in that. It looked different on my plate than it did on the painting, so I'm going to add a little more orange so it'll look good on the painting. The paper is kind of a yellowish manila color. It's not white paper, so it does kind of change the color of the paint a little bit. So there's my yellow-orange between yellow and orange on the color wheel. The next color that we're going to paint is between red and orange, going around our color wheel, our eyeball. So on my plate, I'm going to pull some red closer to the orange and mix them together. If it still just looks red, I need more orange. If it just looks orange, I need more red. And red-orange is kind of like a pumpkin. It's a pumpkin orange. There's a good red orange. It's a darker orange than a true orange, and it's like a pumpkin color. Alright, so we've got yellow, yellow-orange, orange, and red orange. And now I'm going here between red and violet. So I'm done with the oranges. I need to make sure I get all the orange washed off my brush. There is no yellow in violet. They're opposites. So if I mixed violet and yellow, it would make a really dull gray color. So now on my plate, I'm between red and violet. And I just need to mix red and violet together to make red violet. So I'm going to pull some red and closer to the violet and mix them together in the middle. Red violet's a little lighter than violet. If we add white to red violet, we can get the beautiful color called magenta. There's a red violet. And I'm going to put that between red and violet on the color wheel. You want to be sure you mix enough of that color to completely color in this section of the eye. But they're not very big sections, so hopefully you'll have enough paint and be able to mix them there. If you need more, you just let me know and I'll come and give it to you while you're working on it. Alright, so we got red violet, and now I'm going to mix blue and violet to make blue violet. violet is like a blue jeans. It's the color of blue jeans. Dark blue jeans, not lighter like acid wash. It's darker than blue. It may even be darker than violet. Blue violet is a very dark color, like blue jeans. Here's my blue violet on my eyeball. Now I'm between blue and green going around the circle. So I'm going to mix blue with green. Blue and green make a beautiful blue-green color. If we add white and make blue-green lighter, we get some beautiful colors like teal and aqua. But blue-green is very dark. The true blue-green color is a dark color. It's darker than green or blue. A lot of the tertiary colors are darker than the primary and secondaries. So put blue-green between blue and green and then clean your brush. And I have one tertiary color left. That is the color yellow-green. So I will need to mix yellow and green. It takes more yellow because yellow is so light. But make a beautiful lime green, like the color of limes that they make Sprite out of. And put that between yellow and green on your color wheel eyeball. Hopefully you were painting both of the eyeball paintings at one time. That way you have all the same colors on both sides of your sculpture when we're finished, and they'll look pretty much the same. After you have all the 12 colors painted on both of your eyeball paintings, we will let it dry, and then we'll paint the pupils black and the white part of the eyes. And we'll maybe put some little symbols in the pupil to show what's important to us, what's in the souls or spirits of our bodies that our eyes are a window to. So the next part will be to paint the black pupil and the white part of the eyes. We'll do that on another day. Bye-bye.